beaches, being around a lot of places and stuff. So, somehow I'm still around. But I'm glad that when people do discover how long I've been around, sometimes I'm still new to a lot of cats. They might have heard me, or maybe like I said, like off Finesse album, but they don't really follow up on me. You know what I'm saying? So I started just taking control of the narrative, I guess, with my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Why don't you introduce yourself to my listeners? You're fairly new to me, so I know you're gonna be fairly new to them. Go ahead and give them your name and give them your background.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
On the speakerphone. Can you hear me clearly? Or
this is great.
To my ear?
Nah, we're great.
Yeah, sure.
We good.
Okay. Well, for all the listeners, they call me the Rhyme Inspector, Percee P. You know what I'm saying? I say my AKA Serious P, the Distant Star. Straight out of South Bronx, Patterson Projects, in New York City.
Right.
I've been in the game for as far as the rapping, as far as 1979, but as far as recording, my first recording debut in 1988. So from 1988 to now, it's 31 years, and I'm still around. I worked with a lot of artists throughout the years, many years, and with Stone Store Records, that's out in the West. I kind of moved out to Cali, you know what I'm saying, back in like 2004, and I had an album produced by Madlib, and I titled that album Perseverance. I guess those that know me figure it's self-explanatory. I'm still around somehow, just putting it down, I appreciate all those that do know and follow me throughout the many years,
So how did the way that I found you, of course, was the battle between you and Lord Finesse. Could you give me some history on you and Lord Finesse?
Yeah. Well, Lord Finesse, actually, if anybody out there saw the original footage, the original battle was in the housing projects where I'm from, in the Bronx, and it was on July 13th, 1989. July 13th, 1989. Now, if you watch that battle, you see a brother named, my man, Tone Webb. We call him Tony Webb, Anthony Webb, but we call him Tone Webb. But anyway, he's the guy that you see introducing me and Lord Finesse in the battle. Well, he went to high school with Finesse, so, they was snapping and, doing things like that on a lot of times. So he instigated that battle. I didn't know Finesse, he didn't know me, but I guess he instigated the battle and told Finesse how to cap from Patterson Projects, which he's from, would take out Finesse and anybody in Forest Projects where Lord Finesse is from, with him, Fat Joe and Diamond D from Forest Projects and show business from that area. But me and AG are from Patterson Projects. So he will also come back to the project telling me that this cat named Finesse from Forest will say he did Brian Patterson Project, including you. I was telling him you can't mess with my man Percee P, gassing that up. Right. So it took like a 2-week span of time that I'm coming out. People were like, yo, man, this cat want to battle you, cat want to battle. I thought they was lying to me a lot of times. To the point where me and my partner, my rap partner, Denise, the hypnotic performer, for those who know my career, I came out actually in 1988. So my first recording, my partner was from my housing projects where I'm from as well. And we went around his way looking for him, like a Forest Project action, anybody. Finesse telling Percee P came through. And, and I guess he got wind of that and he came around. But he was with AG. He knew AG as well, so he came through with AG. AG knew all the people I would be around in the project, who I hung around. And so he came to my man Wu house, and he called him out the window. I was up there in his house, and he called out the window. I was like, yo, Wu, what's up? Yo, Percee up there? He said, yeah. I looked out the window. I saw mad people all outside. So it's on the south side of the project, because it's two-sided. The battle happened on 143rd, so it's like you can see, if you watch the battle, you see the street right there, but we was on the other side. And so when we came outside, my man Dave Gonzalez, he's the cameraman, which you can see on my YouTube channel. I made sure people could see who he is, the man behind the footage, how we all able to see that battle now. And I put in the comment section, I put an Instagram post where you can see Tony Webb, like current day photo of him and the whole history of that battle. I read it out in text, because that battle, we went on the European tours and all that, Lord Finesse. So I just put the whole history in the comment section where you can slide between the post, and you can see a lot of imagery and everything in chronological order. But anyway, so back to the battle. So we was on the other side of the south side of the project. So my man Dave was like, yo, let me go get my camcorder. So we all follow him to my side, on the north side, across the street, in front of 315. That was a building. So he ran upstairs and we stood outside on the sidewalk where you saw the battle taking place. He came and got his camcorder, which is the smartest thing we did, because that's how we were able to have the footage to look at now. And this is pre-YouTube, internet era. So that, that battle we didn't know would become a big part of both our history and just history in far as hip hop, because that predated a lot of video stuff that we watch. We normally watch now, like these smack battles and all this URL rap battles, but that was predated.
Yeah, y'all pioneered it.
So this VHS tape, whoever had a copy had a copy. So I had it in my possession for after that battle, I had it in my possession, and I didn't make a copy. And when I gave it back, I never saw it again. I was asking people like, yo, who got a copy? Who got a copy? So this is 1989. So, my man Dave taped the battle. My man Danique was there. He was playing, he was the one playing the radio, and you hear him in the background when I'm rapping, because that's my rap partner. He's going to definitely jump in there. And I'm going to tell you some history for those who don't know. AG battled my rap partner, Danique. This is prior before that battle. Just a little history, just some for those who don't know. AG even battled Lord Finesse. That's how they met. That's how I was told. But AG did battle my rap partner, and I battled my rap partner when I met him. But you know what I'm saying? So we teamed up. But AG battled my partner. So kind of like when he brought Finesse around, it almost felt like maybe he bring him because, you know what I'm saying, this is his man, he battled me, whatever like that. But anyway, I ain't take it personal or nothing like that. That's still my man. Anyway, that's why my partner was always behind me, rapping with me, because he know that's what I would have did, just supporting him, you know what I'm saying, my partner and stuff. But he was controlling the music. He had his radio. You could see him with the big rope chain on when you watch the footage. That's Danique, the not a performer. And I had the tapes in my pocket. I walked around with tapes with break beats and all that kind of shit on me, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did, and I was just telling them, keep winding funky drummer back, just keep winding it back. Every time we started around, we started from the top and just go, you know what I'm saying? But this is some unknown history I didn't know at the time, but I discovered later on in Lord Finesse interviews. Lord Finesse, that very next day, Lord Finesse was to enter the New Music Seminar. For those who don't know what that is, it's like an industry event that happened, you know what I'm saying? And just like the DMC DJ Mixing Championship, or New Music Seminar was like rap battles that was like industry-based rap battles. And then they had it in New York City. In the 1989 rap battle, he was in it. He was one of the contenders in that MC battle. And, that was a little history for those who don't know. But actually, in the 1990 New Music Seminar, I was in that one.
So, basically, what you describing to me is like the Smack DVD of the Bronx era, before the cameras.
Oh yeah. And mind you, this is not to take away from any other MC, because I'm sure there's rap battles all over. You know what I'm saying? Just like out in different states, people's rhyming, so I'm sure battles is taking place, but we just happen to capture our battle.
But y'all from the Bronx though, it's a little bit more of a significant meaning, being as though y'all from the Bronx, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And but it's the smartest thing we did, because this predated the internet. So once we posted online, well, the guy, if you saw the movie SPX, that's where that footage is from. When you see us in the future rapping on the same spot, it's exactly the same spot where we had the original battle. So if you saw that movie, that's like the end of the movie where we kind of walking down the street and we kind of look at each other from a distance and look like, oh, I know him. And we came up to each other, gave each other a pound and beat drops, and we spitting right in the same spot. And, so that's where that battle. Anyway, the producer of that battle, of the movie, his name is Jun Oki, Japanese brother. You know what I'm saying? He knew AG and Lord Finesse. He came from Japan, moved to the Bronx. Anyway, he was doing a documentary for school. He already was doing film, but when he came to New York, he went to a film school, like, you know what I'm saying, and I guess brush up on skills, whatever. And that was a part of his project to turn in like a independent film that he made himself. And
Right.
he thought to do something about DITC. His roommate knew me from hanging around Fat Beats, selling tapes and CDs and that, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of knew me. He knew that we had a battle, me and Finesse. He heard about it. I told him about a few heads in a project that he might can actually talk to about getting a copy of that battle. And I guess money talks because that battle was underground for many, many years. Even on Stretch Armstrong in 1990, I was on Stretch Armstrong's show. That was the first time I was on this show. It was the third episode of this show on the air. Was the first night I was down there.
You know what? You know what, my nigga? I seen your name.
You know what I'm saying?
I seen your name on that documentary. They got a documentary on Netflix. You on there?
Yeah, it's called the Radio That Changed Lives.
Yeah.
The second show that we had on the air, I was invited to. I didn't come. So the third show, I came down there and I was rhyming with Large Professor. When you see Large Professor rhyming, he's actually rhyming with me.
Okay.
But they split our part up. They split it up. Just me, him, Joe Fatal, and this other brother. I don't know his name, but Large Professor was, when I came to the studio, to the radio station, Large Professor was writing. And I met Large Professor in Pete Rock House. And that's crazy how I met him there prior to that because hanging with my DJ E. Kim at the time, DJ E. Kim. His name is Mike, but his name's spelled backwards, it's E. Kim. So that's I was just hanging with DJs, me, my partner, E. Kim, he was hanging with Dr. Butcher, Pete Rock, a lot of DJs just digging and just beat juggling and, so we just hanging around. That's how I met Large Professor there. So when I went to Stretch Armstrong show for the first time, at the time, Stretch Armstrong's name was DJ Skinny Bones. That was his name.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when I got over there, I remember him for Pete Rock House. So when Stretch asked us to rhyme, he asked all of us to rhyme together. The rhyme that Large Professor was writing when I came in there, he spit on the air for the first time. That rhyme is the rhyme that you hear on live at the barbecue. That's the same rhyme that he was saying on the show with me, rhyming on when you watch the movie. The rhyme that I said, remember, this is November the 29th, 1990. That's you can see it on the show when you see it on the screen. You did it.
Right.
The freestyles of the movie. But anyway, the rhyme that I said became the verse that you hear on Lord Finesse song, Yes You May, which I got the hip hop quotable in the Source magazine in May 92.
No fucking doubt, man. You put in work.
On the Yes You May song, and then the Yes You May remix is the first song Big L was ever on. So that's a little history, but also, for those who don't know, Lord Finesse had a song that was on Trespass, the movie soundtrack for Trespass, and the song that he had in that movie is called You Know What I'm About. I don't know if you remember that song. Knocking niggas off, knocking niggas out, knocking niggas off. You know what I'm about. But that's me and Big L singing the chorus to that song right there, for those who don't know.
No
And
doubt.
all the stuff is on my YouTube channel. I put information like this on my YouTube channel. It's under Percee P. Type Percee P, see my face, and just look at the videos that I post on there and go through the playlist, and you also see songs, playlists of songs, albums, a whole bunch of stuff. There's way more stuff on my Instagram.
This platform,
I kind of put my whole story on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? The real Percee P. And you can see images. I make sure you can see images of everything. The flyers, tour stuff, footage. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff, live concert footage, tours and stuff. That's what I do. Just kind of control the narrative, because I realized too that I was like more like one of them unsung kind of artists that somehow I've been around always, but somehow I wasn't as fortunate as some other artists to just have like the BET rap videos. I didn't have whole albums then, but I still existed in the world of hip hop.
Let me ask you something.
And that was a video. I put a little scene on my YouTube playlist. You can see it, I put a little scene where you could see me clearly, but for those who didn't know, they didn't know how I looked a lot of times because I didn't have videos out. I think at the time, only picture of me was the Source quotable photo. So it took years for for people recognizing who I was. And I think a lot of that stemmed from me selling mixtapes when I started pushing tapes and cassettes. That's when I became more of a face that people could recognize. People started taking photos of me, and that started popping up online with more imagery now. And then, then I guess when I started getting out there more, working with other artists, I started traveling around more, and my face started getting more known to people.
Were you familiar with Gully TV prior to me posting your content?
I've seen the name, but I wasn't really following. I see a lot of stuff. A lot of times I click on the hashtags or whatever, and I discover things like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes because people tag me or something, or somebody in the comment section.
Well, this platform that I have, this platform is tailor made for somebody like you. I have this platform to share with legendary unsung artists. Now for you to be able to go under the radar of Gully TV, I don't know how you did it, but you did it. I wasn't familiar with who you were until you mentioned that you were on the Stretch Armstrong show. I was totally lost prior to my post from this morning, but I did see you on that Stretch Armstrong show, and there was a few MCs on there, and I wondered what happened to them because there was a few nice niggas on there and shit, and I was like, considering the year 1991, 92, I was a kid. I was in junior high school, but I was like, man, these niggas is nice. I wonder what happened to them. I mean, I know, some guys were aging, chasing the dream of becoming a hip hop star, but aging. So it didn't happen for some. But I really genuinely wanted to know what happened to a lot of those MCs on the Stretch Armstrong show, because there was more so hip hop purists and real MCs, real organic MCs on the Stretch Armstrong show, and you don't have that now. You dig what I'm saying? That's why when I posted your video on my Instagram platform, everybody went crazy, like, oh, that's that shit, because y'all not around anymore. But I'm glad we met. My platform is totally for somebody like you.
We're around, but it's just that like a diehard fan. No, some cats. They say I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back to real hip hop. My answer to that is say I'm not bringing nothing back, because I never left. Like, I always been here. I never just disappeared and never was around. It's just that I was around at all the times, but I just wasn't maybe on platforms that other artists. That some cats would say 45 getting freestyles, and I was just still existed. But you follow me, maybe if you knew I was on Stone Store Records, I was touring with Madlib, but you know what I'm saying? That's still pushing out there. But if you wasn't following me, you just wasn't checking for me, so you would never know, even though I was right there all along. And me and Lord Finesse even did a tour in Europe and UK back in 2014, and I'm sure a lot of his followers then was like, wow, this Percee now. But then when they followed me, they realized he was always around. Like, when you look at my YouTube playlist, and that's not everything, but I put 50 videos on there, and I made sure I put album covers with everything on that playlist is showing the actual cover. So I'm on Jurassic Park's Power Numbers album. That's an Interscope record. That was a big album. Had me and Big Daddy Kane on the song. That song was on the Hollywood Homicide movie soundtrack. It's on Tony Hawk Underground video game soundtrack. I'm actually on 7 different video games. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a few movies. They play my music on the Shy.
What video games you on? What video games?
I'm on Tony Hawk's Underground, Tony Hawk's Proving Ground, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. I'm on the NBA.
Tony Hawk always had the hot hip hop on them shits, man. Straight up.
I'm on Skate 2. I'm on NBA 2K7, NBA College Hoops. That's 7. Movie soundtracks, like I said, the Hollywood Homicide, this Sunday Driver, this a documentary, but they had that Jurassic Park song in that. Right. I'm on the Nick Cannon movie called American Son. They play a song I did with this artist named Fortet from the UK. Song that I did, Fortet, featuring Percee P, called Joy. That's in the movie. It's a chase scene in the movie, Nick Cannon film. Just look that up. I put all those clips like that, and the scenes on my YouTube channel. You can see the exact scene where they show my song, play my song and everything. The Shy, if anybody watched The Shy on the Showtime, they play my song, Legendary Lyricist, featuring Madlib. Even though Madlib produced my whole album, but he's on the chorus of that song, but they play it right in on the scene. I put the scene right on my channel, so anybody can see it. And then for those who don't know, they always know what to look for if they want to kind of find the songs like that. And that song is actually on my YouTube playlist. So throughout the years, I'm gonna just name some names. And for those fans, diehard hip hop fans, you probably already heard me, didn't know you've been listening to me for years. Jedi Matrix, which is from Philly. Like, I guess you from out there, Pennsylvania. So I was on Jedi Matrix album, Visions of Gandhi. I was on Jurassic 5 album, Power Numbers. I worked with Jay Dilla and Madlib on the J-Lib album. Last album, Jay Dilla did a live rapping. You know what I'm saying? He did a song for me called Exclusive. I'm on that song. Like I said, Madlib produced my whole album called Perseverance and a remix album, Perseverance. He did the remix.
What was that like working with such a legendary producer like Madlib? What was that like?
Madlib?
Yeah.
Oh, it's my man, Madlib. Yo, they met me. I put actually the footage on my YouTube channel with exactly the very moment they met me in New York City. They met me in New York City selling my tapes. I was selling cassettes in a club, in a bar called the Now Bar, in Manhattan, downtown the Village area. So I used to always be hitting all the spots, anything hip-hop orientated. Most people knew I was there, like from the Fat Beats in the daytime, but there was a show going on or any hip-hop event, I was at that too. So they just met me in a spot called the Now Bar, and I was walking through just slinging tapes, and they saw what I had. I was pushing like the Cold Crush and the old Pioneers, you know, the early Pioneer T-Connection, Harlem World tapes, and they was like, wow, you got all this? And they was like, yeah. So they said, yeah, man, we'd love to get something. And then they was like, yeah, we got this show, man, we're from the West Coast. And they showed me the flyer. I was like, oh, I know this is. I'm going to come through. I'll come. And it was at a spot called the New Eurekan's Poets Cafe. It's in the Lower East Side, man. So I said, I'm going to come through. And I said, yeah, I'm an artist, too. I don't know if you heard of me. I'm Percee P. And they said, what? Percee P? Well, don't come out some lyrics, Percee P? I said, yeah. I said, oh, man. So we went outside. The Wild Child wanted to get me on video because I met the whole loop at Madlib, Wild Child, DJ Rome's, Peanut Butter Wolf, and he gone. It was all there. So Wild Child let me get you on tape. So we stepped outside, and I started spitting for him. And that's the footage that you see on my YouTube channel. If you go to it, you'll see the footage with me, like, he had the camera just pointing at us all, like, you know, and I'm rhyming for Wild Child. You can see Madlib behind me and TJ Rome's. You know what I'm saying? That's the very moment I met them.
You said,
That's 1999, and that's a lot of years because my album, when I first came out on that album that Madlib produced, that was 2007. So it's a lot of years of me still waiting for that album. But in that time, I still was on a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And still keep my name out there in the streets and doing whatever I was doing to still be around. But I put a lot of that information on my YouTube channel. When you see it, a lot of you probably already heard and seen some of these albums, but you probably maybe wasn't checking for me. But go back and you'll see I'm on the credits. I'm right there, and you hear my song. You know, I was always there.
You said when in the beginning your man kind of like threw you in a battle with Lord Finesse.
Yeah, with Lord Finesse.
You wasn't familiar with his skill set or nothing about him going into that battle.
We never heard of each other. I don't know if he heard of me because my song was on radio. My first record was on the radio, on New York City radio, Red Alert. But before he was playing it, my first the radio station that played me was DNA Hank Love Show. That's a underground like show, 105.9 WNWK. Anybody that's out here that listen to hip hop kind of knew, like they was real diehard heads. They knew about that. That's the same station.
How many times did y'all battle?
Right after Awesome 2 would come on. So I even had an interview. They used to play me weekly. Rotation at Awesome 2 invited us down there once we had our interview on Hank Love, live in the studio. And Awesome 2 invited us on this show. And then Red Alert picked it up. And Red Alert picked it up. That's 98.7 Kiss FM. So when he's playing you, that's major radio. That's like mainstream commercial radio. That's Red Alert when Mr. Magic was on 107.5 WBLS with Marley Marl. And Red Alert was on 98.7 Kiss FM. And then the next day, Chuck Chill Out would be on the same station that Red Alert would be DJing on. So that song wasn't being played.
How many times did y'all battle? Ho, bro, you running off topic. How many times did y'all?
Okay.
Yeah. I was letting you blow for a minute. I was trying to see was you gonna pipe down a little bit, but I got you. Just Lord Finesse again. That he was totally oblivious to you. Y'all didn't know each other.
Nope. We didn't know each other.
How many times did y'all battle?
Say that again?
How many times did y'all battle?
No, we only had that one battle.
Just the one? And
1989.
y'all basically,
1989.
and y'all went on tour. Y'all went on tour with that one battle.
We went on tour because both of us were already recording artists that already had our own names going.
Right.
So what we did was, it stemmed from an interview we did. First interview was on a radio station in L.A. It's PFK, the PFK radio. And that was on that KPFK, that's the name of the station, KPFK, Break Beats and Rhymes radio show. We was on that show, and me and Lil Finesse together. I had called my people because I'm living in LA at the time, so I asked my people would they be interested in me and Lil Finesse. They were like, "Word, this is the first time anybody got us together." So they was down with it. Well, hell yeah. So we did it. We videotaped and everything. They put it on YouTube, and they put the audio on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So from that battle, we saw the comments once it was on YouTube and people talking about it. And then I always told him, I said, "Gee, we should try to do something. You know, we should try to do a tour or something." So he was down with it. So the first time me and him ever did a show, period, together, I'm talking about where I'm doing my set and he's doing his full set, was in Bristol, UK, June 21st, 2014. June 21st, 2014, for the very first time, Lil Finesse and Percee P had a show booked together in Bristol, UK, United Kingdom.
Right.
Right? That show was packed. It was a sold-out show. Remember, it's only one show, so people came from all over Europe, UK, to see that show. It was packed. Then, December 2014, a tour date where me and him did a Europe and UK tour. That's where we first did that whole tour. It was only 6 shows, but all those shows was packed, and you can see a lot of footage on my YouTube channel. Just type in Percee P live on stage, and you can see clips from different shows and just other random shows and tours and stuff I put on it. But that's how that battle went. So we only had that one battle, but when you see the movie, that wasn't really a battle. That was like a reenactment, like us meeting up in the future, and the beat drops, we give each other a pound, but we started just spitting bars again. So some people would look at it as a battle, but it was really more like us kind of giving love to each other and showing what we got and walking away at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Y'all basically from a whole nother generation, man, and I played y'all video on my IG. I played the video on IG, and the bars, the content, it's all relevant. That shit is fresh right now in 2019 and shit.
Well, I'm glad
it is.
That way in a lot of cats, you know what I'm saying? I feel who would have thought something that I did 30 years ago would actually be talked about in this present date and time. And it actually took me and got more notoriety for me than a lot of other things, you know what I'm saying? And, who would have thought that? And that was all stemming from my man, Tone Webb, and my man David Gonzalez, who thought to take that. So I have to always give them a lot of love and respect, because a lot of times people don't know who these people are, and I make sure I always mention their names, because I do want them to be acknowledged the same way I want to be acknowledged for a lot of things. So I'm definitely going to make sure they get heard about and people could know who they is. And like I said, they go on YouTube channel, you can see who these people was.
Tell me what social media did for you. Yeah, I know it did a lot. Tell me. Let's hear it.
Oh, what did it do for me?
Yeah. Because that battle happened in late, let me see, 89, 90, something like that. Yeah. It's 2019. I'm a hip hop journalist. I was totally in the dark about the history on you guys, but because of social media, the message is delivered. How do you feel about, having new fans half your age and shit like that?
Well, I feel good because finally people could really know. Like, some cats were, I was in the game for a long time, spitting back in the days, but they don't have no proof. Because of social media, it allowed me to show and prove this is me when I was 20 years old. I mean, my first record came out when I was 19. But look, you can't say, these young cats don't know that I was at that age. I knew it was up because I signed on to let the homicides begin. When it's me on Long Collapse and Lyrics. Right.
Who's your favorite MC? Who's some of the guys that inspired you from the Bronx?
Old school. So it's always going to go back to the old school, the beginning. The Furious 5, Cold Crush, Treacherous 3, Fearless 4, Jazz 5, you know what I'm saying, Force some Seeds, like Soul Sonic Force, Master Doctor Committee, like them, the early days, Funky 4, more plus one more. And then just guys around the block that might not have made it that famous, but I'm talking about random local kind of cats that do jams back in the day, like my man, Brothers Bass, you know what I'm saying? My man DJ E-Man, DJ Rock and Rob, yeah, the Heartbeat Brothers, DJ Owski the Great. You had, I mean, there's a whole bunch of cats that Starlight Crew. I'm talking about these are just people from around the way. They ain't make records. These are just people that do jams back in the 70s and 80s. So that's, and then in my household, my oldest brother, he used to run here the crew called the Fabulous Four. You know what I'm saying? My mom's had 6 kids. I'm the second out of the 6. My brother's 5 years older.
Did they receive any notoriety?
My uncle, my mother's youngest brother, my uncle Jesse, he's 2 years older than my oldest brother. But my uncle Jesse, way back in the 70s, he was down with a crew called the Undefeated Force. When I went to my grandmother's house, my grandmother Sadie Harley, rest in peace to her. But 997 Morris Avenue, when I was a little kid, I used to go over there. My Uncle Jesse had a crew called the Undefeated Force. It was my Uncle Jesse. His name was DJ Cooley Breeze. Then it was the Nathan Bombay, Dio Zomp, and the lyrical king T. La Rock. T. La Rock was down my uncle. This is before he was making records. T. La Rock especially played his brother from the Treacherous 3. So I had things like that as inspiration for me just coming up. And then, like I said, 1988 is when I made my first record. But I was rhyming since 1979, you know?
Yeah.
The reason why I started rhyming, because you figure in 79 is when all the records started coming, like Rapper's Delight and Super Rapping and Curse Blows, you know, all that stuff. So this stuff was on the parks, but when it started getting on records, where people could start, you know, memorizing these songs and stuff, it kind of motivates people to want to rhyme, and plus the jams in the park and house parties and all that stuff. So that inspired me. And by the time Eve came around, I'm listening to all these radio shows I've been grew up listening to, and then I just got my chance to make a record. And that happened from my man Aaron D. He's R.I.P. to him. He lived in the projects as well, Patterson Projects. You know, he told the label, the cast from the label, it's called Gotham City Records. This is in Queens. The label's it's called Hillside Records. It's Gotham City Records on Hillside Avenue in Queens. And the EP was called BQ in Full Effect, Bronx, Queens in Full Effect. So me and my partner, Denise, our name was Top Priority. That was the name of us, me and him. Then Aaron D had 3 songs on there. Me and Denise had our 1 song, and a group called the Live Squad, who went on to work with Tupac, and they had 2 songs on there. So if you look this up, BQ in Full Effect, you'll see the images, and you can see you can hear those songs on YouTube. The whole EP's on YouTube. That's my first recording. That song that I did, Let the Homicides Begin, that's a DJ named DJ Shadow who sampled me on his first album on a song called Napalm Brain Scatterbrain. He sampled me off of my first recording on his song called Napalm Brain Scatterbrain. So a little history, but I have a lot of history, and it stems, you know, a lot of connections to a lot of artists like DJ T-Ray. It's a producer who produced my song Prolonged Collapsing Lyrics and Putting Heads in Bed. So those that's familiar with me, they know those songs. But I introduced him to Lord Finesse. He produced the Yes You May remix with Lord Finesse with Big L on it. He produced that track. He also produced Back to the Grill for MC Search. That song Back to the Grill again. He produced that. He produced for Artifacts. He produced a lot of stuff. Just Google his name on Wikipedia. You'll see him. Todd Ray, Toddy.
Let me ask you about what it was like work, bro, homie, yo, you got to slow down, my nigga. Like you just like rambling. Wow, there's a certain way that we gotta do this. It ain't gonna be engaging if we do it the way you doing it. It's not gonna work, my nigga. Like I'm trying to pace you and shit, but you're gonna lose the generation. This is a new generation that we dealing with right now. You dig what I'm saying? Like we gotta prioritize these questions. Like you just going buck wild. It's gonna fuck up. It ain't gonna work, my nigga. Just, I'm serious. I got you. Everybody gonna know about your YouTube channel. I'm gonna put you on the highest level of marketing, but there's certain engaging questions that I have to ask you. One of them was working with Big L. Tell me what it was like working with Big L.
Well, at the time, I mean, Big L, he wasn't like at that moment. Remember, like I said, when when I did the Yes You May remix, I was on the remix. I didn't ever rhyme with Big L.
Okay.
I was on Yes You May song.
All right.
Remember, I was the quote doing the source, and then the Yes You May remix is just Big L and Lil Finesse. So I wasn't on that song, and AG wasn't on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But we was in the studio on Lil Finesse song together, doing the hook for the song, for the Trespass soundtrack called You Know What I'm About. So,
Right.
I mean, but Big Al knew me. We rhymed over the phone a lot. He called me. Before I moved out to Cali, I lived in Harlem, and he used to call me. He knew me. I was in his video, the MVP. You know, a lot of people that know me, like Herb McGruff, he knows me. He knows Big Al know me, and Finesse knows Big Al.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, I don't walk around talking about it because he's not here to verify anything or tell people. But those that know, know.
Did you know Party Artie?
Yeah, the party.
I'm a motherfucking G. Yeah, I'm talking murder, but it's me. I'm really living everything you see. That's what you say. They love to make a lie out of me. To the day that I expire, I'm a G. I'm a motherfucking G. They would love to make a lie out of Razor. Shoot and catch him out dark with the laser.